Hi Aries, it's CJ from CJ's Soul Messages. I hope you are doing really well. I'm just going to take a moment and cleanse the space here. Lately I've been having some extra energy around my studio and I don't know, there's been some kind of like little trickster energy going on. So I have been guided by my spirit guides to extra cleanse before doing the readings lately. So anyways, this reading is going to be love reading for approximately March 21st to the 31st of March, pretty much the end. Might bleed into a little bit of April, but we'll see. So let's get started. All right, I'm just going to set the sage over here. Let's begin. Hope you're doing really well. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, or Venus. It can apply to cross watchers as well. So let's start. I'm going to open up actually just pulling a card from the Romance Angel deck, and then we'll move into a 3-card spread. All right, let's begin. For Aries, the beautiful fire sign. It is now your season. We have entered the new astrology year. Very powerful. So let's see. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so Aries, this can apply whether you're in a relationship or not. Singles as well. Take the energy where it may fit. But it is asking you to keep an open mind. Even if you're in a relationship to even if it's not maybe perhaps going really great, maybe there's some bumps and lumps on the journey here, keep an open mind. Soulmate connection is a very strong energy. And although a lot of people, everyone has different opinions on what soulmates are, we have twin flames, all of that. Soulmate can be very difficult as well, even though, whether you believe it's two souls that have split into two separate souls but are part of one, whatever it is that your take is, it can be difficult in the way that it usually helps us elevate more in our spiritual growth. So to keep that in mind. All right, now let's get into the tarot and see what is happening. All right, Aries. Let's see. 3 cards. Okay. All right, we have Temperance. We have Queen of Coins. And we have 9 of Coins. Powerful read here. And bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. So, Aries, let's start talking about this. This card, Temperance, which is Sagittarius's card, a fellow fire sign, actually. This is in the position of the situation. So there is a indication here, there's something that you're really needing to keep yourself centered on, keep yourself grounded, allowing yourself to exercise patience in a love situation here. Now, if you're single, it may be speaking of you, Aries, remaining patient as the right person comes along. You might have been waiting for quite a long time and you're wondering, where are they? If you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, there, as I said, I was picking up on the energy that there could be some kind of like conflict, a little bit of squabbles happening where maybe you're both not seeing eye to eye and you're kind of getting lost in those sometimes mundane situations, when we spend a lot of time with another person and we start to really get to know one another. It can happen where things that used to be so charming and sweet at the very beginning can start to annoy us, especially if there's been a lot of other pressure in our world. So it is indicating here there is definitely a need for you to remain as centered and as grounded as you possibly can over the next, 2 weeks or so. When we look at the challenge is the Queen of Coins. Beautiful energy. Queen of Coins is one of independence, one of having material wealth, although this is not a career or financial read, but this is one of indicating that there may be a lot of independence going on here. It could be you being very independent and actually staying shut off to anyone that might be coming towards you if you are single. But as a relationship, the same goes. You and your partner may both be very independent and if there has been issues between the two of you, little things, could be big things for some of you out there. There may be that fork in the road where, you're both kind of going in your own directions and not putting so much effort in on trying to keep the relationship together. When we look at the outcome, though, it is actually really gorgeous because it is the 9 of Coins. 9 of Coins, again, especially with the Queen of Coins being the challenge here, this is saying that, you are going to find your way together, but I feel it is going to be in more of a mutual respect kind of level here. 9 of Coins is an independent card. And some of the best relationships are when two people come together and they still remain independent of each other, whole as one and whole as the other coming together. But there is that mutual respect and mutual love where you're actually able to see each other's point of view and really work on communicating and building that wonderful foundation strong. If you are single, it is indicating here from Spirit that you will not lose your independence with someone coming in. Aries, you are a very strong magnetic energy anyways, very independent. You are you're very not only independent, but almost like that entrepreneur energy. You are a go-getter, and you're comfortable standing on your own more times than not. So if there is a fear that you may lose that independence, be reassured here that you won't. You're not going to. Whoever's coming towards you, they're going to appreciate you for all your beauty and all your qualities that you already have, and they're not going to want to strip away your own self-worth, your own self-reliance here. Now, we do have the Tower on the bottom of the deck. So something is coming in over these next 10 to 14 days, as I said, that is changing everything for you. The Tower shows up in a reading where and it's a major arcana, right? So when a major arcana shows up in the reading, that is a life-transforming sort of energy versus the minor arcana, the minor tarot. Because when we have the minor, that is more day-to-day activities that we actually have a lot of control over that we can change. But when the major shows up, it is more of one that is divinely orchestrated. So the Tower is showing up here to say that something needs to be shooken up. Something needs to change. A foundation that maybe once existed has reached the point where it no longer needs to be in that structure any longer. And it needs to be torn down so that it can be rebuilt in a more better positive way moving forward. That goes for you as well if you're single, Aries. Maybe you've been single for so long that you aren't sure of how you would ever share your life with another person. And this is indicating that if you are wanting love and you're wanting to have some really deep, beautiful relationship with another, you're going to have to let some of the, even blockages go. You're going to have to be able to remove that so that you can open your heart up to not only give, but also to receive here. We do have the 7 of Wands underneath the Tower. So, this is beautiful energy because it is movement. It is making movement. This is your sign. This is the Wands, fire. There is a feeling here, though, Aries, that there could be a little bit of defensiveness. And that's absolutely natural, especially if you have been independent for a long time, you haven't been in a relationship. It's not always comfortable to begin to learn how to share your own space with another person if it's been a long time that you've just been on your own, right? As well as in a relationship where if you've been, kind of at each other and not really actually seeing eye to eye, it can be more hard to let down the barriers, to let go of some resentments, because sometimes we get stuck in that kind of energy, right? But again, it is saying keep an open mind here in all situations when it comes to love and romance. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So singles out there, maybe keep yourself open to it. It might be someone that is completely different than you've ever dated before. It could be someone that is has a different religion or a different culture or, something completely different that wouldn't be your normal type. But keep your eyes open for that because that can bring in a beautiful partnership. If this is about being in a couple, Aries, remember, no one's perfect here. And, as the other partner has faults, so do we, right? And we have to be able to expand and open our mind and acceptance, to allow some acceptance in, so that we can actually focus on the positives of each other and not so much, the negatives. So let's continue. Let's go deeper. Now, I do want to bring to your attention that we do have underneath the Tower and the Seven of Wands, we have the Empress. So this is indicating that there's beautiful growth that can happen here. One where it is abundant and safe and nurturing. She is very beautiful in the way that she gives and honors what she's growing here. She's put a lot of energy into it. She's put a lot of effort. She's put her heart into what she's growing, and she has received it. So the Empress showing up in this reading is definitely indicating that if this is what you're wanting, if you're wanting to have new love, or you're wanting to almost resurrect a love that you may be in right now, then there's got to be the effort, because the Empress doesn't just become the Empress from doing nothing. She has put a lot of heart and soul into what it is that she's wanting to bring into her world. So let's continue. Let's go in a little deeper here and see what else is needing to come out for you, Aries. All right. Beautiful reading so far, though. I like this because it is the indication that it is necessary to open and expand if we want more. We can't stay in the same energy and expect to receive something different. All right. Clarifying Temperance is the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Have the passion as you're keeping your patience and you're keeping yourself centered. This is saying, believe in what inspires you. Wands is all about our creativity and our passions, even sexuality, right? And it is our actions that we take. Now, Queen of Wands is such a beautiful energy, very, very robust, very excited about everything that she does, and almost feels like it's the energy of seeing everything with the glass half full, not half empty here. So as long as you can put that energy in, you are going to have this wonderful love come into you, or in an existing relationship, it's going to come back around. It's going to be like a rebirth, a renewal of the love that you have. We have the World on the Queen of Coins. So, all right. The World, last card in tarot, right? And this is indicating that there's a need to change something, that a cycle has to stop. It can also be where you are being recognized also to the world, but in this being a love reading, being recognized by your partner for all the beautiful gifts and your heart and your mind and all of that, but being recognized, and you recognizing in your partner those exact same things, instead of perhaps focusing on anything that is like the shortfalls, the things that we all don't really love about ourselves. Well, it can be very easy to throw daggers at the other person when we are going through struggles, and when there might be a little bit of extra drama, or we are on that path where at this moment we start to go a little bit different. It can be hard to bring it back in. It has to, though, if you want it to be successful. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is this juggling energy. And it's going to take some work, obviously. And we have the Lovers on the bottom, Gemini's card. So very powerful card showing up, because that is suggesting that there is a choice here that you might be making. Now, singles, let's talk to you first. I want to talk to you first about this reading. Okay, so if you're here listening to this reading, Aries, obviously you must be looking for love. Otherwise, why would you be at this reading if you're single? Be patient. Have this passion to really embrace who you are with the Queen of Wands, and show people who you are. All of you, all that beautiful, beautiful fiery energy that you have within you. This brings in this cycle closing out where maybe you were feeling very, like I said, independent, unsure of how you could actually maybe share your life with someone again, or how, if you're willing to open your heart. Because look, I'm speaking from my experience. When I've had moments when I've been single in my life, I've gotten quite comfortable with being single and, doing my own thing. And when I have found my partner after that, I have to say I was a little gun shy, because it was like, I don't know if I want to give it all up. Not the going out and dating and all that stuff, but just the energy of like, being able to decide what you want to eat and what you want to do and where you want to go without actually having to negotiate with someone. Some people could say that's a little bit self-centered, but I felt it was more of, really getting to know myself. So it wasn't the most easiest to open up and allow my partner to come into my life when he did, but it was well worth it. So I can understand if there's a little bit of fear here for you, but you're going to have to make a choice, because the Two of Pentacles and the Lover showing up is indicating that there is a choice. Do you want to be independent and your own self, or do you want to be independent and be in a relationship? A Gemini could even be coming towards you here, because the Lover's card, quite passionate in the Light Seers deck. Look at that energy between the two of them. It feels they're very connected. They're very much in love. There's a partnership here, harmony. It just feels really good, right? So you may be at this time struggling with that, whether you want to be dating someone or whether you are wanting to stay single. But the Two of Pentacles, either way, is indicating that it's a juggle. So you're going to have to figure out what you really want and what way you're going to go. We have the Three of Wands also underneath the Lover's card. So this is saying that you are going to be making some kind of choice eventually, because the Three of Wands is about moving forward. And even if you don't know exactly where you're going, you are being brave enough and even feeling passionate enough to take that chance and head out and trusting where you're going to end up here. So I feel a lot of you are going to, this could be a really turning point for you guys, for both singles and in relationships, where you are actually starting to shift a bit and starting to see things from a different point of view and understanding that there's things that you need to let go of. And then there's things that you're going to need to embrace more. And the word that keeps coming to me that I keep hearing from Spirit is acceptance. There's this need for some kind of acceptance instead of this, what is the energy? It's like a tug and a pull kind of. It's like, this is how it feels. It feels like the energy you are being that is representing you, Aries, is that regardless whether you're single or in a relationship, it feels the same kind of energy though. It's almost like there's a bit of kind of stubbornness here, and there's nothing wrong with being stubborn. I mean, my goodness, sometimes stubbornness is the most important thing to have, because it means you're standing up for what matters to you. But in this situation, I'm feeling almost a little bit more of like things will lighten up if you can take a little bit of a step back and loosen up a little bit. That's when I think everything will start to change. The world showing up here is saying there is a need to complete a certain behavior, a certain pattern. There even may be a place where some of you, and this isn't going to be for all Aries, but if you're in a relationship, if it isn't working, it may, and you know in your heart of hearts that it's not working and it's not bringing you what it is that you are needing, you may need to make a choice to possibly walk away, because this is a challenge position here, right? And like I said, that's not going to be for all of you at all, but I am picking up a little bit on that for some of you. That there may be that choice where you decide that this is not what is right for you, and you do need to move on in a different direction. Okay. But for those of you that are really like looking for love, or you're in a relationship and you really want it to get better and you want to bring it back to what it was at one point, then you've got to start accepting things, and you also got to like release some things. Two of Pentacles You can do this for a while, but you can't do it forever. There is a need to pick what way you want to go here. All right, let's get some more clarifiers. I want to go a little deeper here. I'm going to leave the card out. All right, let's begin. Let's get a little bit more. What else is going on for Aries regarding this love reading? Something needs to be shooken up, though, one way or the other. So really kind of 3 different storylines going on here. Singles are about being patient and opening up. Couples who want to stay in the committed relationship need to practice a little bit more acceptance and trying to meet each other in the middle, right? And by letting some of the resentment or letting go of, I just get the sense of little squabbles and stuff, letting that go. And then for others that are in a relationship and it's not working, it may be time to release it. And then perhaps you will find your soulmate. 6 of Wands, see, beautiful. 6 of Wands is this like being seen and being heard and being acknowledged and being recognized. So very much, a lot of fire here, you know. We've got Sag, Queen of Wands, and 6 of Wands. A lot of fire here. Keeping yourself patient and keeping yourself centered is going to lead to this balance. It is a 6 of Wands too, and 6s are all about a harmony. It's a harmony number. King of Wands, man, again, more fire. You know, really feeling determined and strong in the decisions that you're making here regarding this. You know, regarding this change of mindset, the change of the way you're doing things, single or coupled, but really just standing your ground, but in a compassionate, loving, honoring kind of way for you and your partner if you're wanting to make this succeed. And then we have the 4 of Wands. Okay, Aries, like that is a lot of fire here. 4 of Wands, as far as the outcome goes, we have the 9 of Coins, 2 of Pentacles. You make a choice and you get the 4 of Wands. This can be a marriage card as well. It's celebration anyways, even if you're not planning on getting married. But this is having a lot of fun and just rejoicing in how far you've come. And as I said, for some of you guys, this could lead to marriage if you're able to work through whatever little issues you have. It is about, though, Knight of Swords on the bottom, about you getting very clear on what it is you want, who you want, where you want to put your energy as far as love goes in. Knight of Swords, he is running directly to where he wants to go. He's not even walking at a slow pace. He's running because he knows exactly what he wants and he's going straight for it. Very clear in the mind here. Underneath that, we have Temperance again. So Temperance showing up twice. Maybe some of you are in a relationship with a Sagittarius. It does not have to be, but I'm feeling that there is a lot of fire here. So your sign, Aries, you could be dealing with another Aries, Sagittarius, or even a Leo here. But we've got Temperance showing up. And underneath the Temperance is a Queen of Swords, getting very clear. You know, getting out of any kind of muddy way of thinking about a relationship or about your own independence if you aren't in one yet, but getting very clear and precise on what it is you do want. There's a lot of energy showing up in this reading for you that is about getting the clarity. I mean, in fact, we don't even have any water at all. We have Gemini for air. I just want to see what else we have here. We just have fire. We have Queen of Coins and 9 of Coins and the World. Other than that, pretty much fire. So, very passionate here, though. I do feel like if you're in a relationship, there is passion. There is a lot of connecting energy between you and the person that you're with. You know, but every relationship is going to take work, you know. Look right here. If you can see in this card, I'll try and hold it up. There's deep connection, deep conversation going on between this person and these people here. And there's a little cherub up on top about to shoot his bow and arrow. And this is all about communicating, talking, being open, Doesn't matter whether you're single or not. But it is all about that, really communicating, and also looking a little deeper than just, just the day-to-day kind of things. It's not just about the outside, it's about the inside. And again, just that acceptance word keeps coming in this reading, Aries. And Gemini is also the air, so it is about that communication. It is about using your beautiful ability to express what it is that you want if you're in this relationship and it hasn't been going very smoothly. I want to go a little bit deeper here. Let's see what else we can get out of here. All right, let's see. Let's get a little bit more. For Aries. Thank you. Ace of Swords. I just said it. It's all about this getting very clear now. If you're in a relationship, Aries, that is not satisfactory and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere and it's full of frustration or anything like that, and you feel like you cannot budge on your stance, then perhaps there's a need for you to take a deeper look inside and get very clear on what it is you want. But if you're single or if you're in a relationship that you want to make it work, then it is really asking you to do things different, communicate different. The air sign is about communication. It's all about our logic and the words that we speak even. The words are our, I almost want to say wands here. Like, your words are the wand. So be very distinctive on what it is you are wanting. Oh my God. And Temperance has shown up third time, bottom of the deck. So, wow, there is something coming through here. And underneath that is a King of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. So that is a couple. For some of you guys, that could be an actual marriage. Maybe this is involving someone that's married. I mean, it's just wands, wands, wands. Temperance, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. Then we get Three of Pentacles. So there's something very passionate going on here, one way or the other. And I just feel like you are needing to get extremely... in your mind, you really got to figure out what it is you want. And if whatever that is, you got to put the effort in and allow yourself to change in whatever way you need to, because something is not working here. There is a need for a change to happen. So let's get a card. I'll pull a final card for you out of my Divine Wisdom of Oracle deck, and let's see what else Spirit has for you. It's beautiful because this energy is suggesting here it is now time for you, and maybe because it is, your birthday month, maybe this is the time now where you really got to kind of get very decisive on what it is that you are wanting in love. All right, let's get one card for Aries. Thank you. Happy, happy. Okay, beautiful. I like that. So we got happy, happy. Well, I mean, what more is there to say? You're going to be really happy, but you got to make a decision. There's some kind of decision here that you're having to make. And when you make that decision and then you start putting all your effort into supporting that decision, you are going to actually feel very happy and blessed afterward. This is a rainbow card. There's beautiful colors dancing around everywhere. And it's suggesting here that you need to just make that decision and then also make room to allow for everyone to be involved, to be whoever they are, right? That acceptance. I know I keep repeating it, but that's what I keep hearing is acceptance, acceptance, acceptance. Because again, none of us are perfect and we all have, flaws and we all have beautiful things about ourselves. But, if we focus on the flaws, then the flaws become bigger. If we focus on the beauty, then the beauty becomes bigger. What we focus on is what we bring about. And with that card coming out saying, to really be open to differences, and expectations, and dig deeper is really what I want to say. Dig deeper so that, you know, you can see past anything that is maybe superficial. And we do have on the ball on the deck, not for you. So for some of you, as I was saying, if this relationship isn't working, you may need to make that choice to walk away. Because not for you is exactly that. It is about, it's not saying that you're never going to have it. And it is number 6. But it is saying that perhaps the partner you're with or whoever you're in a relationship with may not be for you. But you're the only one, Aries, that can decide that if this is resonating with you. But if you have that feeling inside of yourself already, then you already have your answer, right? And so it just means getting very clear and then following through with what it is you no longer need and what it is that you are wanting to bring into your life. Okay, so let's close it off. I think I'm going to get you a treasure from Tikashi. All right, let's get one card for our Aries for this love reading. It feels as if there's going to be a lot of passions. For singles, there's going to be a lot of passion for whoever's coming towards you. But be prepared that it's probably not going to be someone that is your typical type, if you have one. Those in couples, if it's not working, it's time to make that decision so that you can actually allow the right person to come towards you. And if you are in a relationship and you don't want to let it go because you know that there's things that you and the other person can work on, then work on it, because there's a hell of a lot of passion here. And there feels like there's a really beautiful union that is waiting to grow. Remember, we had the Empress, right? All right. Focus. That is perfect. And communication. So I'm going to read both of these to you. So we got focus. You create more of whatever you focus on. Be aware of where your thoughts take you, for this is where you are focusing your energy. And this energy flows to turn your thoughts into realities. I just said that. What we think about, we bring about, right? Focusing does not mean narrowing down your vision, but rather of widening your awareness while being sure of your target. So that is exactly what it's suggesting here, Aries, is regardless where you are in your journey in love, be very mindful of what you're thinking of. Be very thought aware of what you're wanting to bring in, because it will come in one way or the other, whether it's positive or negative. You're going to bring that towards you. And on the bottom of the deck, we have communication. So again, this is more for those of you that are in a couple, in a relationship here. Communication. What are you saying or not saying? Are your communications clear? Not all communications are verbal. Now is the time to communicate your thoughts and feelings. Speak your mind clearly so as not to be misunderstood. Be inspired as you communicate on all levels with yourself and other energy beings. Beautiful. So there you have it. That's exactly what this reading has been about. It is about going after what you want, Aries, in love, but it is also reminding you to communicate very clearly and get very decisive on what it is you want. If you're single, you need to figure out exactly what you're wanting in a relationship. Not so much about what the person's going to represent, because it is very clear that Spirit is saying keep an open mind, right? But what do you want in a relationship? What would make you really happy? That's where you need to put your focus on, and that's what you need to communicate, even to yourself and to your guides, if you believe in guides, spirits, and angels. Put that out there, because the more you focus on what it is that you do want, the more you are actually allowing the universe to bring that to you. Hope that made sense. Okay, Aries, that's what I have for you for love for the next couple of weeks. I hope it helps in some way. Thank you so much for your support on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this. And we will see you next time. Take care.